Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel Aiza Beacon. So we are continuing the topic SAP MM from beginner to expert level. So today uh, session is the seventh session, and in this session we will cover the procurement type. What is the type of the procurement? How many procurement type exist in SAP? So basically this is also very important and interview point of the question, and we will discuss thoroughly and each and everything, right? So before I am moving my topic, second. So before I'm moving uh, topic, so I just wanted to recap our last session, what we had discussed in our last session, right? So let's uh, start the session. One second. So yes, guys, please, uh, if you uh, feel it is very important video for your career point of view, and you are means you're thinking that you're thinking that this tutorial it's boost up your career knowledge in each and everything, so guys just like and subscribes. Okay, so before I'm just starting my today's session, I just wanted to recap the things what we had last session, means session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had discussed, just quickly recap, and we will start our new session, right? So as I already told you, the ECC means SAP ECC, SAP ECC, right? And before SAP ERP, Enterprise Resources Planning, and SAP is one of the best tool of ERP, right? So SAP upgrade itself S4 HANA, right? HANA, sorry, S4 HANA. Sorry for my rating. And now SAP SAP introduced in 2015, this one, right? And now cloud came in the picture. So in cloud, basically two type. First is public and second is private. Name explained itself, private. So as for HANA now, because the infrastructure totally will set up on cloud, so there's a no need to big hardware type infrastructure. So what is the difference between in private and cloud? Basically, currently most of industry moving selecting private and public cloud. Public cloud, there is a means some point you just know about the public cloud. Basically, this is the tenant. Basically, both are the tenant nature, right? So basically, this is the multi-tenant process. Your infrastructure is multi-tenant, not talent. I am saying tenant, right? And one more thing is important in this uh, uh, public cloud. You cannot do any kind of the customization, right? Any customization, you will have to use all the things standard, right? And this is for a small scale industry. But private, you have a separate uh, tenant system. Suppose I am giving you example, in two rooms, right? Not rooms, just assume that a PG concept. In a single room, multiple peoples can live in the single room. So you can assume and you can just correlate as a public, and you have just living in a bungalow. Bungalow means private. Bungalow means also you are means absolutely you are giving a price, whatever price, but you are not owning the hardware, correct? You are not purchasing a bungalow, but you are owner of the bungalow as a tenant, and you have all the access in the tenant, and you can do the customization, all the things. But you're not giving the any kind of the this stupid example, PG and tenant. So basically you just give the example to any interviewer. So basically private cloud for big industry, right? Big industry, and its own a separate and private uh, tenant concept, and multiple customization you can do it, right? Multiple customization. So sorry about my multiple customization, you can do it, right? Suppose that customization meaning, do not bother about the customization. I will just, if you are following my all the videos, I will explain you each and everything. So suppose that SAP gave a one screen, right? And one report, right? One, two, three column. So this is, assume this is the report. Now if you want to add more column, more thing as per your taste, as per requirement, so it is not possible in public cloud, but it is possible in private clouds. Hope all the things has been clear for you. Now rapidly we are moving our today's topic. This is the recap for last 1 to 6 session. Now today is 7th session. Now basically one more important things what we had cover. Just one more thing, I'm just removing all the things. Okay, allow me some time. Sorry, I don't know what happened in my system. Actually it is not control all. No, yes, got. Now what we cover, we cover in what happened, we have covered basically in our previous session. What's wrong with this my pen here? Yes, so we explained our last session ERP. What is ERP? SAP public and version of SAP public and cloud, right? And P2P cycle, right? So we have already covered this kind of the topic. Now today we are, and also I have one more important things. We have already covered, I have already shown the one SAP screen where user enter all the things. The basically one more important things. I'm splitting a three screen over here, and I will also show you in SAP system. SAP split means consist in three screen. First is header. I am mostly screen is split in header and item level, and I am talking about the PR, especially PR and PO. Right? Purchase requisition and purchase order. So this is the header screen, SAP split, and this is the line item wise. Suppose vendor 1 2 3 1 2 3, right? This is vendor, and you have a multiple line means item 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. Item means the material, you want the material, so you will not procure the single material from the vendor, you will procure the definitely multiple vendor in one go, right? And of course you can purchase single material, there is a provision, there is a system allowed to you, but it's not mean that we will purchase a single material or multiple. We can purchase single material either, and we can multiple material, so system allow. So we can put the details in item level, this is called as item level, right? So don't confuse, means whenever we are showing an SAP screen and we are doing the real transaction over there, real time transaction, So you will not bother and confuse over there what the header, line item and the line item detail. Line item details. Every line item, whatever line item you are putting over here, suppose that SAP split the multiple line, right? So like that Excel, correct? So you are putting one item, two item, three item and four item and multiple line item having a different kind of the details. So all details you can see over here in complete details, everything, each and everything. Whenever you are select two, the system will show you the item 2 related all the things over here. Whenever you are selecting item 4, right, system will show you all the things in over here. So this is the screen header, line item and line item details. Similarly, in purchase order, SAP gave a three type of SAP split the three screen. First is header, line item and item details. Right now I am going to PPT. 1 second. Now this is my today's topic, right? 1 second. This is the highlighter, right? So now what is the procurement? Procurement basically what is the things or what is material, any kind of the material and any kind of the service we are procuring from the vendor. And vendor in SAP terminology, PR creation means indent, right? Request, whatever you want. Suppose I am a user. So first of all, I will just raise the request. Then after that request convert into the purchase order number, because this number is used over here. Interlinking, all the document having the interlinking each other, right? Now after purchase order, the GRN means, sorry, PR, PO, GRN, and you could say MRN in SAP terminology, MIGO. So don't bother and confuse about this kind of the terminology. And invoice verification, IR, IV. This is also, you can say, the IR, invoice receipt, invoice verification. Means this is the next thing. 1 second. Right, Miro, right? So first user will generate the request. That request convert in the purchase order. That purchase order went to vendor, right? And once the material received, we receive the material at plant level. And after the receiving the material, we receive the invoice verification and we receive the invoice, and on the basis of the invoice we do the payment to the vendor, right? So this is the procurement. Any kind of the means material and services purchasing in the system is called the procurement in SAP MM. Now account assignment, this is the very important things, and this is also asked in question. I'm means whenever I am going to create PPT, right? So I just thinking about the all the thing and concept which will ask in interview. So this is the very important and interview point of the question, right? Procurement type. I will I will explain you what is the how many type of the procurement type, and the combination, integration, sorry, combination and item category. These are the very important things. Uh, item category and account category. Both are very important things, and the whole today's tutorial is based upon it. Right now, So procurement in SAP, basically purchase requisition. I have already told you, any user can raise the request. That request convert. Suppose if we are using a old vendor, so there is a no need to create the RFQ until unless price is not changed, right? Suppose we have fixed the 10 rupees, so we can use the RFQ, old RFQ. Request for quotation. Suppose that we are purchasing a new material and we wanted the new price, right? When we'll create the RFQ in two condition. When we are procuring the material from and new vendor, and when we want to ask from the vendor or old vendor new price, then we will raise the RFQ, right? Once RFQ created, right, RFQ approved, then the RFQ convert into the purchase order. And RFQ is not mandatory, and even in some time case purchase requisition also is not mandatory, because these are all the internal document, right? Internal document, internal document documents. This is the external document, right? so but industrial practice is used to purchase creation, because all the things should be streamlined and user follow the protocol, because nobody can create the purchase order and purchase anything from the vendor, right? So business will hamper na. So someone is purchasing anything. So basically this is the thing where user will create the purchase requisition and RFQ. We create the RFQ in two cases. First, we are introducing a new vendor. We are purchasing a material from the new vendor, and second is we want the updated price from the vendor. Then in both conditions we will create the RFQ, right? And once the purchase order is created, and all are the things from GRI, invoice verification, all are the steps are integrated each other, right? Suppose that you have a document number. So one more thing I just recall over here. Whenever you are creating a purchase order number, a purchase requisition number, purchase order number, RFQ number, system generate a, what happened? One second. Right? System generate a unique number range. Unique number range, right? Suppose that 41000 10 digit number range 10, right? So it is not 10 digit, but 10 digit you can, within a 10 digit you can use it, but mostly we are using a 10 digit number. It's similarly in RFQ and purchase order number, because the uniqueness will be continue. So that if we are having a document number, suppose that which is start from series 00001, and RFQ starting from 31000001 61000001. So these are the unique number. System generate a unique code number, right? Suppose that you are creating a Amazon order, purchasing anything, so system will generate your invoice number and order number. The order number is a unique order number. Similarly, you are going to reservation, flight reservation, and railway station, train. You are booking a train reservation. So system is generate the unique number. You can call it as the PNR, right? Similarly, so suppose that you are getting the document number, GR document 5 series. So you can easily get the purchase order number, RFQ number, and purchase requisition number, right? So all are the steps is integrated each other. What happened here? Right? So this is the procurement process and steps, P2P steps. So someone will ask you, tell me, explain the P2P steps. So these are the P2P steps. P2P steps. PR creation, right? PR creation, RFQ, purchase order, GRN and invoice verification, right? Whatever invoice you receive, you will verify the invoice in the SAP system and post the payment to the vendor, right? So someone will ask you, the purchase requisition RFQ is mandatory? No, both are not mandatory, right? And all the steps, all means kind of the transaction ways interlink each other. So hope all the things, uh, and you can just see the all the things over here. Now literature kind of the things. So procurement type, this is the very important things. Procurement type, how many procurement types exist in the SAP system? First is external procurement, right? And second is internal procurement, and both external and internal. Subcontracting, and usually called as a job work. Third party procurement, I will explain you each and everything, and consignment. So this is the also very important interview point of question, what kind of the procurement type. So you can explain all the procurement type over there, but not uh, this is not too much easy, right? I will explain one more thing. Sometime we will discuss one by one and thoroughly. External procurement, what is the external procurement? So I have already explained you, in procurement process we are create the purchase requisition, purchase order, good receipt, and invoice verification, and so on, right? So these are the basic concept. And what kind of the procurement used in the SAP system? So external, internal, subcontracting, third, and consignment. Now the external procurement means whatever material, right? Whatever material, raw material. Suppose you are a car manufacturing company, you are purchasing a steel sheet, right? And you installing the AC and you want to maintenance, right? Suppose that urban clever, the person comes in our home and perform the activity like cleaning, washroom cleaning, and bathroom cleaning, and AC repairing and maintenance person. You will just call to him, and he comes in at your home and provide the services, right? So basically that service, whatever procurement, from procurement, external procurement means whatever thing, means whatever material and whatever kind of the service you are procurement from the external vendor, it's called the external procurement. But sometime in industry terminology we are using the terms domestic procurement. Domestic procurement. So we are living in India, right? So within India, whatever we are purchasing, it's called a domestic procurement. So first of all, clear the concept. External procurement means whatever we are, external means is explaining itself. Whatever you are purchasing material or service from the outside of the vendor, you can just call the external procurement. And but in industrial terminology, whenever you are going to interview, and interviewer asks you question about the purchasing doc or purchasing procurement type, and you just explain to him domestic procurement, you will just start these words without using an external procurement. You are using a domestic procurement and import procurement. Import whatever we are purchasing from outside of India. Import, and inside of the India, right? Inside of the India, it's called external and domestic right? Export and import, both are the different things, but export usually use the word for sales point of view. We will discuss later for import, for procurement whatever material from the outside of the India, outside of your country, whatever you are living in a country, whatever you are purchasing in your country, right? So domestic procurement and import procurement. internal procurement. Suppose that I have already told you the org structure, right? So that's why I'm saying you can just review my old series, old session, whatever I have uh, explained over there. So I have already covered the org structure. Basically, org structure just explain the SAP system and configuration style, the things, right? Basically, I'm just explaining you in short org structure, organizational management steps, uh, company code, company code, and company code. There are different plant exist, right? Multiple plant can be exist. Plant 1, plant 2, and plant 3. So if the plant 2 needs any kind of the material from 3, so he will create the purchase order number and receive the material, right? So this is called the plant to plant stock transfer, plant to plant stock transfer, or internal procurement. And you can say the stock transfer order. We can also say that stock transfer order, plant to plant stock order transfer. And I will discuss later in next session and next to next session. So there are the two type of the internal procurement. First is intra, and second is first is intra and second is inter, right? Within a two companies material transfer, right? Company code, it's called inter, sorry. And within a two plants same company code, within a company purchasing within a two plant, right, is called intra. So whenever you are going my last session and last lecture, and you will just explore the what is the org structure, then you can get easily connect all the kind of the things whatever I am explaining over here. What is the plant and what is the company code? These are the basic thing. If you are not means understand this kind of the basic things, then you will cannot cover the upcoming session, right? Because the things will getting a complex more and more, right? That's why I am taking a time and I am creating a video step by step, right? Everything is not possible. I cannot capture each and everything in a single PPT. That's why you can see the domestic, import, intra and inter, all the kind of things. Whenever we are recording the session, I can explain you, right? So now just quickly recap again. External procurement, domestic, within a country, outside of the country, import procurement, import. Sometime interview asks the question, what is the domestic procurement? So you can say what kind of the material and service we are purchasing within a country. This is the domestic procurement, right? And and we are purchasing anything from the foreign countries. It's called the import procurement, right? And procurement cycle is PR, RFQ, PO, GR, and IR. So this is the both things very important. We put the some kind of the historical data and put the data. We will discuss later MRP, and system automatically generate the purchase requisition, right? PR automatically generate the purchase requisition. So just note down the MRP. We will discuss later this kind of the things. This is the special topic, and we will we will cover this topic, MRP topic, right? Now, subcontracting, the next point is the subcontracting. What is the subcontracting process? Subcontracting process, whatever things, right? In subcontracting process, also called job work. Also called 1 second. Oh, I'm not able to find out my arrow. Right. Job work. Job work. Sometimes we called job work. In job work, suppose you have a sheet, right? A steel sheet. This is the raw material. Raw material you have already purchased through external procurement, right? Now you are wanted uh, some kind of the work on that sheet. Suppose this is my sheet and just I wanted that sheet into this kind of the shape, triangular shape. So this kind of the shape, so first of all I will just create the purchase order and send to the vendor this sheet, right? This sheet I will send to the vendor, and vendor will work with sheet and send back to us after rework, right? Suppose we are giving any kind of the plastic material, right? And vendor is putting that plastic material into some kind of the mold, some kind of the box, right? Suppose we are giving a sheet, thermocol sheet and any kind of the sheet to the vendor, and vendor just gave me the packaging box to me. This kind of the job work means we are giving the material to not third party, we are giving material to someone outside vendor, right? To someone, or we can say the outside vendor, and that vendor perform the activity on that material and send back to us, right? I will explain you again, it's little bit tricky. So subcontracting means we have a sheet, right? That sheet we send to the vendor, and vendor do the work and create the what kind of the work, any kind of the work, right? And send back to us in this shape. We send the rectangular kind of the sheet to send the vendor, and vendor send back after the job work, send back to us a triangular shape. So suppose that we have a manufacturing industry, but we are not doing all the kind of the activities. Some kind of the activities we need to send the material to the vendor, and vendor do the activity and send back to us. Similarly, suppose I'm a mobile manufacturing company, right? And I just wanted to, but I don't have any kind of the testing setups. I'm giving the basic example. I have no any kind of the testing setups in my industry. So I just send all the mobile to the vendor, and the vendor perform the quality testing over there and return back to me. So to me that we have all the test, all the we have done all the testing with the all. So we have all means we have uh, all mobile has been tested over there, and we are sending back to you, right? So these are the subcontracting process. Hope this is clear. If it is not clear, you can just put the comment box, I will explain you again, right? So it's in a simple terms, I'm explaining again. We are sending material to the vendor, right? Vendor do the activity, any kind of the work, suppose building, vendors doing the any kind of the building, right? And send back to the material to you again, right? So sometime we are sending a raw material, right? And user will do the sorry, not user, vendor will do the activity and send back to semi finished material, semi finished material, finished material. After that we will use it and create a finished product, right? Suppose we have a sheet We gave to the vendor. Vendor create the mold, right? Vendor create the mold and send back to me. We just put the screen and electronics things in mold, right? And my final mobile product has been developed, right? So this kind of the process called the subcontracting process. Third party process is very uh, means mostly used in the industry. In this process, we are not receiving the material, right? We are not receiving the material. Suppose that I'm just giving example. Uh, me, suppose that Isa, right? This is the vendor and this is the customer. I am saying I just wanted to material from you, means vendor Ram, right? So I am saying vendor means Ram, I need a material, but I don't want the material in my plant purpose in my area. You can just directly place the material to the customer. There is no need to uh, bring the material in my area. You can just deliver the material to the customer. Suppose that we are purchasing a watch in Amazon, right? I am a purchaser. I am purchasing a watch, but I just wanted to know that, or I just wanted that that shipment is shipped to my brother home, right? My sister home. So I just putting the address, my sister address and my brother address, and the vendor, right? Vendor place the order to me, but send the material, send the watch to my sister or brother, right? So this is the third party concept. Now consignment. What is the consignment? Consignment basically, suppose that you are a vendor, right? Vendor Ram, and I am a manufacturer of mobile phone company, right? So Ram is saying I am placing 1,000 of sheets to making mobile at your place, at your plant, right? And you can use it. Whatever you want, you can use it, right? So suppose that I am using a 800 sheet, so I will only pay the 800. So I will only, one second. So will, so one second. There's an issue with my electronics pen. Sorry about that. Right. So material is already exist my plant permits, right? But I whatever material, right? Whatever material I will use, I will have to pay only that amount. Suppose vendor already sent the 1,000 sheet of plastic sheet, but I used only 800, so I will payment only, right? Only 800 sheet price. And one more example, electricity and gas, right? So whatever I will consume, I will have to pay to it back. I have used only 5 kg, I have used only 10 kg, so I will pay the 10 kg and 100 kg. If I using a 10 kg, I will pay the 10 kg. If I will use 100 kg, so I will pay the 100 kg, right? So So in this case consignment, there is a no GRN, right? There is a no GRN happening over here. Now I have already told you about that, the item category and item category and sorry, I'm checking my pen, account category. So these kind of the item category. Before I am showing you, once again allow me, one second, discard. Uh, that is the issue. This is my old client. SAP I SAP PO item screen. I will show over there. Actually, what happened now? I have lost my server, training server. So, one second. Image. Yes, this image. Shortly, I will receive my ID password for my testing server. So you can see the I and A, right? I and A. I is the item category and A is the account category. So these are the very, very important things in PR and PO. This is the purchase order screen. But in PO, these are the very, very important thing and very, very crucial thing. Based on the things, the procurement type is decided over there, right? So now just keep both field in your mind. I'm just explaining you again, right? So this is the item category. What is the item category? Standard. We have a multiple item category. How many kind of the item category? This is the also in the interview question. Consignment, subcontracting, third party, stock transfer, service, and blanket PO, right? So these are the key. Item key, short key, single key. You can just put the over there KLSUD. I will show you each and everything. Do not bother. All right. So for consignment, we use subcontracting means job work. We have recently discussed over there, right? A few minutes back. So we use the L. This is the symbol and system on the behalf of this kind of the input system will understand what kind of the procurement you are procuring, right? This is the S, third party. U, stock transfer means plant to plant. We are sending the material one plant to another plant. Service, service whenever you want to the service, because in this service procurement we never ever use the uh, procure the material. We just procure the services only. Suppose that consulting service, legal service, doctor service, AC repairing and maintenance, this kind of the service. We are not procuring anything. Blanket purchase order. Blanket purchase order order is I will explain you. I'm just giving you explain the blanket purchase order. Basically, in blanket purchase order, no, in system, in SAP system, financial point of view, you can just put the JV over there. You can just receive the bill, means bill receipt, whatever kind of the hard copy of the bill receipt, and you can just paste the put the payment. But a standard process, industrial process, as per the protocol, they want to create the purchase order, because the purchase requisition and purchase order number get approved, right? I will explain you all in configuration session how to means purchase and purchase order will approve, and how we can put the configuration over there. So we will explain you later. So user will purchase, only create the purchase order, and on the behalf of the purchase order, user will just do the invoice. There is no need to do any kind of the means good receipt over there. Blanket PO is also kind of the service kind of the purchase order number, right? Account assignment key. So this is the very important also category. So I just shown the screen where the two column coming A and I. So this is the A column, and the cost center, internal order, asset, sales order, network, and unknown individual purchase stock. So using both kind of the combination, we tell to the system we are purchasing this kind of system. On that basis of the system, that kind of the input, system will fetch the all the things, and behind the system to the means post the GRN, and whenever the GRN post, the GL entry hits over there, right? How it will work, what is the, I'm just explaining you only the purpose of the item category and account category. Just simply note down the purpose, how the system will behave. We will show sorry, I will show you in means practical example whenever we are doing the creating the purchase order number, all the kind of the things we will discuss over there, right? So this is the combination, scheme. So because we have a two type of column, first is item column and item category column and account category column, right? Two type of column coming in sheet A and I, item category and account category. So a standard purchase order means stocks exist. So the account category blank and item category also blank, right? Cost center, you can use the cost, means all the cost book on the cost center. We will discuss later, okay, for expense, right? Now internal order, project, any kind of the project start in the system, asset, any kind of the asset. We will discuss what is asset. Asset means uh, we will discuss the two type of asset. These are the financial things. Asset, you can assume that a school bus, this is the asset of the school, right? Company building, company plant, company machines, these kind of the asset in the simple terminology. Consignment, for consignment we will use uh, item category K, right? So don't confuse item category K and this one K. This K belongs to item category and this K belongs to account category, right? Only, and blank the account category. These are the account category. Blank the only item category, right? All the things blank. Subcontracting process, the item category select L, right? We can use also cost center, we can also use the internal order, we can also use the purchase order number. Asset, we can, there is a no need to asset, and sales. So these are the just explaining the combination, how type of the combination we can use. Suppose that I'm giving the one more example. Discard, giving example, right? Control all. This is A and this is I, right? So whenever we are using a both blank, so this is a standard, right? There is a no need to put anything. System will fetch the all the kind of the information from the material. Whenever you are using a K, right? And we are not use we are just keep it blank, item category cost center. That's mean the price means, in case one, whatever we are purchasing, right, in a standard procurement, whatever we are purchasing, the all the price hit to the material. But when we are creating the cost center, the price will hit to the cost center and GL, right? It will not hit the material. And if you are not using a material in line item, so system will allow to use in a standard process. The material is mandatory, right? Material, you will have to select the material. But in whenever you are using a K, there is a no need to put the material. Now, again for K and D combination, whenever you are taking a combination K and D, this is called the service procurement. Service procurement. K and D procurement. This is called cost center PO or PR, right? Also you can say the consumable PR and PO, right? Account category K and item category blank. And whenever you are getting this combination K and D, that's mean for service procurement. Now for whenever you are getting item category U, right? Whenever you are getting the item category U, this is called stock transfer. Stock transfer, plant to plant, right? Plant to plant. And whenever you are getting a L and you are putting a L in item category, system consider as a subcon procurement or job work process. So basically, based on the item category and account category, system will detect the nature of the purchase order, nature of the procurement. All right. So basically, that's why I just explain you in this PPT. Now, one second. So subcontracting process, this is the kind of the deep dive. Item category, we are taking a L and we are sending the material. So basically, it's a very lengthy process. So we will explain in detail in next chapter, in next session. So I'm just giving you a cream level explanation over here. For subcontracting, we are create the purchase order number, issue the material to the vendor, vendor do the process, and we receive the material and do the invoice. STO transfer, stock transfer, we are creating C, item category U, right? Item category U, item category U, right? So for C, the intra-company and intercompany. Intercompany within a company, within company, and intercompany company code to one company to another company, stock transfer, right? Within a company, intra, and company to company, inter, stock transfer. I will explain you all the things and step by step, don't worry. So basically these are the keyword, and this is the short key we called as a T code. ME21 screen will pop up, display will screen pop up, Migo and Myro. So basically whenever you are using this kind of the T code, system will pop up the screen based on the functionality. And so thank you for this session, and just like and subscribe my channel so that I can get your review, and on the basis of your review, I can just improve, and I will just add the new topic, whatever topic you want to discuss with me. Thank you so much for this session.